Part 10. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 94. The Immortal Young Master? Good at playing the piano? I should know who he is. This boy's name is Qin Changshen. He is just a bastard from the Qinfen lineage, not even an official disciple of my Qingyun Holy Land. It must be the old guy from the Lord of Qinfen, or someone from the Red Demon sect, who is up to something. When he comes out, I will take him down and question him, and it will become clear. Staring at Qin Changshen in Linglong Immortal Mansion, Holy Master Qingyun said with a cold look. Qin Changshen, this name should be unmistakable. But, if you want to capture him, you may have to work hard. I just forgot to tell you that when this guy entered Linglong Immortal Mansion, he showed that his bone age was 19 years old and his cultivation was at the second level of Qi Si realm. Holy Lord Loxia added. What, the second level of Qi Si realm? No. Impossible. When he took the test 2 years ago, he didn't have any bloodline constitution and was only at the third level of flesh and blood realm. How is that possible? There must be something wrong. Holy Lord Qingyun said with a look of disbelief. But looking at the expressions of everyone around him, he had to believe it. All this seems to be true. And everyone around them, after hearing the words of Holy Lord Qingyun, also collapsed. 2 years ago, he was in the third level of flesh and blood realm. How can it be? Did this guy take the legendary elixir? I have never heard of such an incredible speed of advancement. There is a problem, there must be something wrong here. I seriously doubt that this guy was initiated and taught a Qigong. But, even if it is to be initiated and transferred, the opponent will probably need to be at the 5th or 6th heaven of the Qi Si realm, or even the 7th or 8th heaven, and only at the late stage of the Qi Si realm. Could it be that, this kid just got lucky and happened to meet a dying late stage Qi Si realm boss? Oh my god, it's really possible. It's said that some big guys will return to the place where they were born when their lives are in danger in the eastern wilderness continent. They won't let this kid bump into one. Those spiritual stones on his body should also belong to that big boss. This all makes sense. Why didn't I encounter such a good thing? Although the initiation and transfer of skills will directly ruin my future path, but I can instantly become a strong Qi realm, I am very willing to do so. I have to say, people's imagination after unfolding their thinking without knowing the truth is quite powerful. Everyone was discussing and actually found someone to listen to Qin Changshen's cultivation and the origin of the spirit stone. It seemed like a very reasonable excuse. When it was passed on later, even Holy Lord Qingyun began to believe it. He secretly thought that this guy actually had such good luck. In the Linglong Immortal Mansion, Qin Changshen didn't know that Holy Lord Qingyun had returned outside. His identity had been exposed, and everyone had imagined an adventure for him. But even if he knew it, Qin Changshen didn't panic at all, from the moment he stepped into this Linglong Immortal Mansion. Qin Changshen's identity is no longer important. Those 16 Saintess experience packs are the most important. Young Master, this forest seems to be a formation. We have been wandering around for a long time, and we have returned to Sister Qingxiu's place. Yes, Sister Fei and I were obviously separated, going in opposite directions, and finally we met face to face again. And our bloodline and physique seem to be suppressed here. I want to use the Kirin Holy Fire to directly burn everything in front of me, but I can't activate the power of bloodline. Concubine Murong and Situ Jingxiang ran to Qin Changshen and reported. Both little heads are full of melancholy. In other places in Linglong Immortal Mansion, all the saints are also facing various problems, that is, they cannot do without the area, physique, and blood around them. Power, all sealed. This scene made everyone outside look very anxious. No big deal, I'll give this a try. Qin Changshen said as he took out the Potianchuo he bought for more than 1 million spirit stones. Although his bloodline and physique were suppressed, his own cultivation was not affected. Under the infusion of true energy, Potianchuo, it turned into a golden thunderbolt and shot out from Qin Changshen's hand. Shi-shikichi-chikichi. There is obviously nothing in front of me. But the broken Tizot seemed to have encountered an obstacle, spinning crazily on the spot. Qin Changshen injected a burst of true energy again. Bo! There was a sound of bubbles bursting. The scenery in front of Qin Changshen and others has undergone tremendous changes. Where is the lush dense forest? The three of them were standing on a hillside, with only 3 trees around them. It is indeed an illusion. But this illusion is too real. Murong Concubine's beautiful eyes are so brilliant. Her combat skills include many illusory combat skills, but the illusion just now seemed to be real. That can only mean that this Linglong Immortal Mansion should really have something. Qin Changshen chuckled. The more powerful the Linglong Immortal Mansion is, the more interested he will be. As for the outside world, when they saw Qin Changshen using the sky shuttle to directly break through the illusory formation, everyone was speechless again. Especially the holy masters of those sects' holy lands are simply regretting it. Why, the results of the things the sky auctions are far better than everyone imagined. Not to mention the hidden sky ring, this broken sky shuttle directly made these guys one step ahead and became the first to step out of the illusion. If there is any chance, it will definitely be first come, first served. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Master. Gu Qingxiu has successfully advanced and has been promoted to the 2nd level of Danyuan realm. After 10 times the gain, give back to the Holy Lord. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, your cultivation has advanced to the 3rd level of Qi-Si realm. On the hillside, the system information suddenly appeared in his mind. Qin Changshen smiled slightly. Sure enough, as Gu Qingxiu advanced, after 10 times the feedback, plus the experience bar that Situ Jingxiang had just accumulated, he leveled up again. This feeling is simply too good. I didn't do anything. Others practiced and achieved breakthroughs, and I just enjoyed the results. Young master, I have broken through to the 2nd level of the Danyuan realm. Behind her, Gu Qingxiu stood up and said with a look of joy. After she finished speaking, she realized that she had been changed unknowingly. After the breakthrough, she actually wanted to make her own joy the first one, share it with Qin Changshen. This feeling makes Gu Qingxiu very entangled. She is becoming more and more accustomed to following this guy. Ah, that's good. It just so happened that our illusion was also broken. Get ready to set off and grab all those saints to keep you company. Qin Changshen said with a big wave of his hand. Hearing this, Gu Qingxiu couldn't help but roll her eyes. If this bad guy didn't have this problem, it would be great. Why do you love robbing the saints so much? And concubine Murong, with a look of excitement. Yeah. When I was outside just now, looking at those saints, I was looking forward to their expressions when they were snatched away by the young master. Hey, when Sister Fei said this, I suddenly felt very funny. Dongxiu Saint Situ Jingxiang just joined in and was successfully led astray by concubine Murong. The 5th update, please customize, complete the order, flowers, reviews, monthly tickets, and rewards. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 95. This lunatic is not really going to rob the saint, is he? If it were someone else, I might not believe it, but this madman, I feel like it's true. Doesn't he know that by robbing so many saints, he will become an enemy of the major sect's holy places? Do you think that if he doesn't snatch it, the major sect's holy places will let him go? He has so many treasures on him. I get it, this guy is planning to kidnap the saint as a threat. When the outside world heard that Qin Changshen was going to snatch the holy girl, there were a lot of different opinions. And the sect masters of the major sects' holy places looked at the developments inside with gloomy expressions. The Holy Sun, generally speaking, is the section the heir to the Holy Land. And the saint, is the facade of a sect's holy land. If the facade is robbed, it will be like a hard slap in the face of them, the sect's holy land, and it's a very loud one. Of course, it's not like they haven't thought about using brute force to break open this exquisite fairy mansion. But this thought only passed by for a moment. If brute force can break it, the gilded realms, will the Lord share it? In other words, even the Lord of the gilded domain may not be able to stop what is happening inside now. Everyone can only watch. In the Linglong immortal mansion, Qin Changsheng and the three girls left the hillside and began to wander around. There is no direction here, everything depends on chance. On the way, they encountered several more illusions. But with the sky shuttle in hand, these illusion worlds were easily broken open by Qin Changsheng. Until, everyone came to a small valley. The sky-breaking shuttle flew through the void and opened the secret realm of the small valley. A figure looked up in the secret realm with a look of astonishment on his face. With long blood-red hair and a hot and graceful figure, she is the saint of the bloodthirsty demon sect. Name, Teresa. Bloodline, bloodthirsty snake bloodline. Realm, Danyuan realm, 2 heavens. Combat skills, the 8th level combat skill bloodthirsty sword technique, peak, the 9th level combat skill blood shield and 5 elements identity, peak, the 9th level combat skill bloodthirsty demon soul, peak. Information about the bloodthirsty saint appeared in Qin Changsheng's mind. Holy Sun King Yun. You, actually came in. And how come you two, are together? Saint Du Lisa of the bloodthirsty demon sect was shocked when she saw Qin Changsheng and others. She really didn't expect that Qin Changsheng would dare to come in. He, there are so many things you didn't expect. A saint from the bloodthirsty demon sect, right? I am now officially informing you, you have been robbed. From now on, you will be our young master's little maid. It is your responsibility to wash, cook, warm the bed and massage the feet. Before Qin Changsheng could say anything, concubine Murong stood by and spoke with a smile. She liked this feeling very much. I've been robbed. Is it your young master, your little maid? Holy Sun King Yun, don't be joking. If you want to get close to my little sister, we will go out in the future, there will be plenty of opportunities. After hearing concubine Murong's words, the bloodthirsty saint was stunned for a moment, and then said to Qin Changsheng with a smile like a flower. But, when she was speaking, she had already spread her body skills, turned around and ran away. Just kidding, she would never be able to defeat these people together, so it would be best to take the next step. However, bang! A huge spiritual energy palm print stood directly in front of her and captured her whole body. Spiritual chi palm seal, in this immortal mansion, cultivation has been suppressed a lot. How can you still use spiritual chi palm seal? No. Impossible. What state are you in? Dulisha screamed. However, Qin Changsheng had no intention of talking nonsense to her and directly threw her into the Zhangkong ring. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, you have successfully robbed the bloodthirsty Saint Teresa. The rewards are being calculated. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, the bloodthirsty Saint Du Lisa, whose realm is the 2nd level of the Danyuan realm. After 10 times the gain, she will give back to the Holy Lord. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, the bloodthirsty Saint Teresa, who has the blood of the bloodthirsty spiritual snake, will give back to the Holy Lord after 10 times the gain. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, the combat skills of the bloodthirsty Saint Teresa are respectively the 8th level combat skill bloodthirsty sword technique, peak, the 9th level combat skill blood shield 5 elements movement, peak, and the 9th level combat skill blood shield 5 elements movement, peak. Combat skill Bloodthirsty Demon Soul, peak. After 10 times the gain, give back to the Holy Lord. Whether it is the world inside Linglong Immortal Mansion or the world outside, time and space are frozen at this moment. Qin Changshen's body began to change due to the system's feedback. Holy Master, Qin Changshen. Age, 19. Physique, Innate Destruction Spirit Body, Peak. Bloodline, Holy Kylan Bloodline, Rich. Realm, Ki Realm, Third Heaven. Combat Skills, Super Grade Combat Skill War Song Tianyi, Perfect. Super Grade Combat Skill Flying Dragon Yushin Zhenfa, Perfect. Super Grade Combat Skill De Yin 11 Sheng, Perfect. Super Grade Combat Skill Great Sound 11 Sheng, Perfect. Super Grade Combat Skill Flying Dragon Yushin Zhenfa, Perfect. Reincarnation Sword Technique, Super Grade Combat Skill Destruction Sword Technique, Perfection. Super Grade Combat Skill Kylan Deo, Perfection. Qin Changshen took a look at his latest attributes. This Lisa's second level of Dan Yuan realm failed to allow Qin Changshen to upgrade to the fourth level of Qi Si realm again. After all, the difference between the two is more than one big realm, which cannot be made up by 10 times the feedback. Of course, Qin Changshen's realm experience bar should have increased again, but he can't see it. In addition, Qin Changshen's bloodline also did not continue to improve, but there was a strong mark behind it. Physically, there is also an additional sign of peak strength. Regardless of his bloodline or physique, he is already an extremely powerful being. The next upgrade will probably be a transformation of great magnitude, which may even go beyond the scope of the spiritual body. Naturally, it will require a lot of experience. The only thing that has changed is Qin Changshen's combat skills. At this time, all of his combat skills have become super grade combat skills. Although the advancement is not big, Qin Changshen is not panic at all. This is just the first one. There are still 15 Saintess experience packs waiting for you. He was looking forward to what his physique and bloodline would transform into after eating those 15 Saintess experience packs. And what level will his cultivation level reach? With a wave of his hand, Qin Changshen released the bloodthirsty Saint Dorisa from the hidden sky ring again. Are you going to follow me outside, or stay inside? Qin Changshen chuckled. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth in this fairy palace is so rich that it can be absorbed every moment. Qin Changshen doesn't want them to waste time in it. Isn't it delicious to gain experience for myself outside? Of course, if they are dishonest, it is a trivial matter to throw them into the Zhangkong ring. It is not a bad idea to directly obliterate them. Anyway, the most basic 10 times has been obtained, and the remaining upgrade rewards will definitely not come as quickly as these. I'm following the young master outside. The bloodthirsty saint is still confused at this time. But she is also a smart person. She has just recognized the gap between herself and Qin Changshen, so she is very aware of current affairs and changed her title directly. Okay, then keep walking and find the next one. Qin Changshen waved his hand. The bloodthirsty saint was even more confused. Next. This guy still wants to snatch it? The sixth update, please customize and order in full. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 96. Outside World. Boom. The leader of the bloodthirsty demon sect slammed the table, his face livid. As for others, it was a chaotic scene. That guy actually started to snatch the saint. And the first one to be snatched was the bloodthirsty demon sect who killed many people. There are all ruthless people here. But it's obvious that this guy is even more ruthless. One slap made the bloodthirsty witch submissive. But before they could be shocked, everyone discovered that this guy and his group were approaching another small secret realm. And in this small secret realm, there is another saint inside. The saint of Jotian Holy Land. And if he goes in this direction, the second person Qin Changsheng encounters is the Holy Son of Jotian from Jotian Holy Land, that is, the one who clamored for Qin Changsheng to go in together at the beginning. At this time, Holy Lord Jotian looked at the scene in Linglong Immortal Mansion, and his eyebrows almost knitted together. When Qin Changsheng snatched things from him, he still dismissed it, thinking that if this kid dared to leave the gilded imperial city, he would definitely die. When Holy Son Jotian entered just now, it was also under his instructions that he found a way to deal with that guy and get what he had in his hand. But now, he just hopes that guy doesn't meet Jotian Zhenzi. In the Linglong Immortal Mansion, Qin Changshen's group of 4 became a group of 5. The bloodthirsty Saint Teresa, who was famous outside, was now quietly following Qin Changsheng like a good baby. She was full of doubts and wanted to ask what was going on, but she didn't dare to ask. That guy is a bit scary. Bo. Po Tianchuo broke through another small secret realm. Inside, there is a snow-capped mountain. Among this snow-capped mountain, a beautiful woman in black gauze is walking. Jotian Saint, Mo Xiao. You. Noila Mo raised her head and was stunned for a moment when she saw Qin Changsheng and his party. Entering here, doesn't it appear randomly? How long has it been since then? Why are so many people gathering around this guy? And, why do those saints, as if they were his little maids, weakly follow the King Yun saint? Even, the saint of the bloodthirsty demon sect? And what made Mo Xiao feel the most uncomfortable was, 2 of the cute little girls looked at him with a gleaming look, as if they were looking at some kind of prey. Let me come, Sister Fei, or let me try. Sidu Jingxiang, an adult little Lolita, just saw Murong Fei shouting, and was a little eager to try. This time she took the initiative to ask for help. Murong Fei pouted, but still gave it to her. Saint Jotian, right. On behalf of our young master, I now officially announce, you have been robbed. From today on, you will be our young master's little maid, responsible for washing and cooking, warming the bed, and pressing the feet, etc. Sidu Jingxiang pinched her waist and said seriously. Below. Jotian Saint Mo Xiao is confused. You, what are you talking about? What kind of young master, what kind of maid? But, no one answered her doubts. She saw a spiritual energy palm print instantly appear behind Mo Xiao. Mo Xiao's beauty instantly turned pale. She was one of the first people to come in, and she had discovered it long ago. The cultivation level here is suppressed, it's probably a big realm. The Danyuan realm here, you can't use the spiritual energy palm seal at all. Then there is only one possibility. You are actually in the Qi realm. This is impossible. After Mo Xiao said the last sentence, his whole body had been captured by the spiritual energy palm print and thrown into the Zhangkong ring. At the same time as the system prompt message appeared, time and space solidified, and Qin Changshen's cultivation level increased rapidly. This Mo Xiao is a monk at the 4th level of Danyuan realm. After plundering her, Qin Changshen's cultivation level has also reached the 4th level of Qi realm. The only thing that makes Qin Changsheng regretful is, his physique is still not good enough upgrade. But he didn't panic. The more difficult it was to upgrade, the more it showed that the next transformation would be powerful enough. A flash of inspiration, Mo Xiao, whose beautiful face was full of doubts, was thrown out by Qin Changsheng again. You must not be the holy son of King Yun. Otherwise you can't be in the Qi realm. However, the bone age requirement here is under 30 years old. Who are you? Mo Xiao asked again and again. Or, just follow behind and absorb the spiritual energy. Or, Continue to stay in Zhangkong Ring, choose for yourself. Also, please pay attention to the names you use in the future. If you are disrespectful, you will be immediately dismissed. Qin Changsheng finished speaking coldly and walked forward. Mo Xiao was stunned for a moment, but she didn't dare to speak anymore. She believed that if she kept talking nonsense, that guy would never show mercy. Then, the group continues to move forward. The outside world saw Qin Changsheng forcefully rob Zhou Tian Saint Mo Xiao. A group of people no longer doubt anything. This guy is indeed planning to catch all the saints in one fell swoop. It's simply cruel. As for Holy Lord Zhou Tian, although his face was gloomy, he sat there motionless. If the saint was robbed, if it were normal times, he would definitely be furious. But now, he only cares about the next person Qin Changsheng meets. Shenzi Zhou Tian walked through the snow-capped mountains. What followed turned out to be a desert with rolling yellow sand. When Qin Changsheng used Tizat to open the small secret realm, Shenzi Zhou Tian was like a headless fly, drawing circles in the desert. Holy Sun King Yun. Haha, you actually dare to come in and die, interesting. After seeing Qin Changsheng, the first reaction of the Holy Sun Zhou Tian was to laugh wildly. He waited here for a long time, thinking about Qin Changsheng. This is a big treasure. If you snatch him, you will definitely make a fortune. A stroke. But after laughing, Holy Sun Zhou Tian felt something was wrong again. How could there be so many people following this guy? Including the Saint Mo Xiao, whom he admired so much, also followed him cautiously. Boom. There was no time to think anymore. A spiritual energy palm print was pressed down on the head, directly beating the whole body of Holy Sun Zhou Tian into a meat pie. No. Because of the yellow sand beneath him, Holy Sun Zhou Tian was not directly beaten to death this time, and he was still breathing. You, how could you be so strong? I am in the 6th level of Danyuan realm, I can't even use the spiritual energy palm seal here. Xiao, why are you following him? Before he died, the holy son of Zhou Tian was full of doubts and asked while spitting blood. It's a pity. Qin Changsheng didn't mean to answer him at all. Why is it a man? Which holy place is this holy son? Forget it, it's not important. Before leaving, Qin Changsheng whispered softly. Puff. The holy son Zhou Tian breathed his last with a look of despair. He regarded this guy as an enemy and even provoked him many times. But, he didn't even leave any impression on him. Just an, unimportant, just a man? First update, please customize and order in full. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 97. Crazy, this guy actually killed Holy Sun Zhou Tian. The key is the last thing this guy said, he didn't even see who the man was, so he just slapped her to death. Doesn't that mean, this guy wants to rob all the saints and kill all the saints? He is going to make an enemy of the entire gilded realm. The outside world, everyone watched as the Holy Sun Zhou Tian was slapped to death by that guy, just like slapping a little ant to death, and they were all shocked and dumbfounded. Qin Changsheng, little bastard, when you come out, I will cut you into pieces. Holy Lord Zhou Tian's eyes were red, and his hair stood up like silver needles, which showed the anger in his heart. Holy Lord Zhou Tian, when the time comes, I will work with you to eradicate the roots of Qingyun Holy Land. Holy Master Qingyun was next door and said. He is also very panicked now. Although Qin Changsheng is not Holy Sun Qingyun at all, he has some connections with Qingyun Holy Land after all. It would be very unfortunate if Zhou Tianzhen's anger spreads. It's worth it. You have to clear up the relationship. And this guy dares to steal the saint from my bloodthirsty demon section, I will kill him too. The Holy Lord of the bloodthirsty demon sect also spoke at this time. And at this time, Holy Lord, Holy Lord! A panicked figure suddenly ran in from outside. When he saw the direction of Holy Lord King Yun, he rushed towards him. Peak Master Zhou, why are you here? By the way, I was about to ask you, where did the Holy Sun go, and why was the Holy Girl with that Qin Changsheng from Qinfen? Holy Lord King Yun asked. The Holy Lord, the Holy Sun, has been killed by Qin Changsheng. And our holy land has been looted by that guy, including the saint. And the Kilian demon sect next door was also robbed by him, the saint also became his little maid. The peak master of King Yun Holy Land stuttered in his report. Ah, poof. Holy Lord King Yun spurted out a mouthful of old blood. He also said just now that he wanted to distance himself from King Yun Holy Land and preserve its foundation. Who would have thought that he would suddenly get the news now? King Yun Holy Land has no foundation for a long time. Moreover, even the Holy Sun has been brutally murdered, making him unable to accept it for a moment. You, tell me what will happen soon. Holy Master King Yun suppressed the feeling of fainting and asked. The peak master who came to report the news from King Yun Holy Land told Qin Changsheng exactly how he looted the two holy lands. Then, there were gasps in the surrounding area. This guy was more ruthless than they imagined. In the Linglong Immortal Mansion, Qin Changsheng and his party continued to move forward. Behind him, Saintess Zhou Tian and Saintess Bloodthirsty both looked a little pale. The scene of Qin Changsheng slapping the Holy Sun Zhou Tian to death just now made them even more afraid of Qin Changsheng. This guy is more decisive in killing than a demonic monk. Absolutely, cannot disobey him. Both women have made a decision in their hearts. Soon, another secret realm was opened. This time, Qin Changsheng didn't quite recognize the saint inside. After taking a look at the system information, I realized that this was a saint named the Blood Sea Demon Sect. Concubine Murong had just jumped out, preparing to start the robbery. Qin Changsheng's spiritual energy palm print had already arrived first, and directly threw the saint into the Zhangkong ring. The system information appeared, and I ate another saintess experience pack. Then Qin Changsheng threw out the Blood Sea Saint again. What is this for? That Blood Sea Saint, don't be too confused. She was walking dizzy in the secret realm, unable to find a way out. Suddenly, the secret realm was broken. Before she could be happy, her whole body was a spiritual energy palm print was thrown into another dimension. Before I could see what that space looked like, it was thrown out again. How could I not be confused? I don't know where you are a saint, but you must be a saint anyway. That's right, she is a saint, so she belongs to our young master. So, now I solemnly declare that you, from now on, you will be our young master's little maid. Your task is. Concubine Murong and Situ Jingxiang only had time to make the opening remarks and teach the new saint how to be a little maid. After hearing this, the Blood Sea Saint became even more confused. But there was one thing she knew very well. That is, the young master these people call, they cannot be offended. The group continued on their way. Not long after, I met an acquaintance in a secret place. The beast-controlling saint son of the beast-controlling demonic sect, Xiang Shan He. Boy, it's you. When he saw Qin Changsheng, the holy son of the beast-controlling demon sect, his first expression was also very happy, as if he had seen a pile of treasures and spiritual stones. But soon, his expression froze on his face. This guy behind me, there are so many saints, it's obvious that something is wrong. Meet again. In fact, when I was outside just now, I just wanted to tell you something. You and your father Xiong Bassian, are equally ugly. So, go down below and be reincarnated as a human being with your dad. I will be better looking in my next life. After Qin Changsheng finished speaking, he took another spiritual energy palm print. What, what's ugly? Reincarnation together, what does this mean? No, why is this guy so strong? He is in the Chi-Si realm. My father is also in the Chi-Si realm, so he doesn't mean. Before dying, the holy son of the beast-controlling demon sect had various thoughts and speculations flashing through his mind. However, he could not believe these speculations. Until the last moment, he found a spirit beast bag on Qin Changshen's waist. His heart instantly felt like death. Because of this thing, in the entire gilded realm, they are the only ones in the beast-controlling demon section. And they usually keep it in the treasure house, and my father doesn't even bring it with him, because there are no spiritual beasts. But now, this spirit beast bag has actually appeared on this guy's waist. He robbed the treasure house of the beast-controlling demon sect? And killed his own father? During the previous auction, he squandered the spirit stones carelessly. Could it be that he robbed them from his own treasure house? All kinds of complicated thoughts flashed through my mind. Unfortunately, he didn't have time to think about what was going on here. He only felt a huge force coming. He clearly felt that his body was crushed into a ball of mud. Second update, please customize and order in full. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 98. The beast-controlling saint is also dead. This is going to cause chaos in the world. What Qin Changsheng said just now gave me a bad feeling. Will the beast-controlling demon sect be robbed by this guy and kill the beast-controlling holy master? Impossible. They are both strong men in the Chi-Si realm. It is not easy to kill each other. I don't really believe it, but I always feel like there's something wrong with what that guy said. Seeing Qin Changsheng kill the beast-controlling saint again, everyone outside was confused and began to make various speculations. But at this moment, my family is from the beast-controlling demon sect. When I came here, I seemed to have heard the news that the beast-controlling demon sect was robbed by a young man with two fairies, one white and one red. In the audience, someone suddenly said loudly. Everyone's eyes were focused on it. It was the first time that the person received such attention, and he was shocked, but he still mustered up the courage to continue speaking. I just thought it was someone making nonsense and didn't take it seriously. Now that I think about it, that young man, and the two fairies, one red and one white, I'm afraid it's them. It is said, that young man just spoke 3 words of mantra at that time, and then, he attracted thousands of golden armored war gods and destroyed the beast-controlling demon sect. The man finished speaking word by word, and beads of sweat broke out on his forehead. But, when others heard this message, their hearts were like waves rolling. A young man, with a fairy in red and a fairy in white fairy. Doesn't it happen to be Qin Changshen, taking concubine Murong and Gu Qingxiu with him? Just uttering 3 words of mantra? Destroying the beast-controlling demon sect? How strong is this guy? You, don't talk nonsense. How could he be so strong? Holy Master Qingyun looked at the man and confirmed. This Qin Changshen, in his eyes, has always been a dispensable little role, and he has never taken it seriously. Otherwise, it would be impossible to see Qin Changshen. At first glance, he didn't recognize him. He didn't remember this person until he heard his name. I'm not talking nonsense. According to what I heard on the roadside, the person who said this went to become a disciple of the beast-controlling demon sect, and happened to see this scene. He also helped the 3 people evacuate the beast-control demon section treasury. In addition, that person also said that in fact, the boy didn't use all his strength when he took action. Later, in order to hatch a spiritual beast, that boy even inspired the bloodline of the Holy Kylin and the innate destruction holy body. By the way, that spirit beast seems to be a 3-star spirit beast, the bloody red Luan. The man told the information he heard in detail. Then, everyone was even more dumbfounded. Holy Kylan bloodline? This is the bloodline of a divine beast, more powerful and rarer than concubine Murong's fire Kylan bloodline. Innately destroying spiritual bodies. This is the well-deserved first among the 10 most powerful spiritual bodies. Any one of them has incomparable qualifications. If you can possess one of them, you are a well-deserved monster. This guy actually has both? No. Impossible, absolutely impossible. We have tested this guy, and it is clear that he has no physique or blood. Holy Lord King Yun said, but there was no firmness in his tone, only disbelief and horror. After all, everyone has seen Qin Changshen's cultivation. The 19-year-old Ki realm, the second level of heaven, really has no physique and bloodline? In the Linglong Immortal Mansion, Qin Changshen plundered another saint, a saint from the southern region. But this time, except for the sect where the saint girl belongs, no one paid much attention to this matter. Because the news that suddenly came out in the audience was really shocking. According to what everyone knows now, Qin Changshen robbed Qingyun Holy Land, robbed the Scarlet Lian demon section, and wiped out the entire beast-controlling demon sect. And just when everyone was still recovering from the shock, a messy figure with blood all over his body and disheveled hair ran in a panic. After looking around, he walked up to Holy Lord Loxia. Holy Lord, something bad is happening. What's so alarming? Holy Lord Loxia's face changed slightly, and he had a bad feeling in his heart, but he still asked. 2 days ago, a young man, with a woman in red and a woman in white, rode a red spiritual bird to our Loxia Holy Land. He said he was going to rob our saint. At that time, our disciples just thought he was a fool from somewhere and were ready to beat him to death. No. I didn't expect that young man was actually a strong man in the Qi realm. Even that big red bird was a being comparable to the Qi realm. Our Loxia Holy Land suffered countless casualties, and the treasure house was also looted by those 3 people. Boom. Upon hearing the report of the visitor, Holy Lord Loxia directly smashed the chair in front of him into pieces. In the hearts of others, the 2 pieces of news just now were constantly intertwined. In the demonic beast-controlling sect, there were 1 man and 2 women. After destroying the demonic beast-controlling sect, these 3 people also got a 3-star spiritual beast, the Bloody Red Luan. At Loxia Holy Land, there was also a man and 2 women, riding a red spiritual bird. This is definitely a group of people. In other words, these 3 ruthless men, after killing the entire beast-controlling demon sect, came to Loxia Holy Land again? Look over there, but that boy. Holy Lord Loxia marked the location of Qin Changshen in Linglong Immortal Mansion for visitors to identify. Ah, yes, that's him. Those 2 women are here too. When the visitor saw Qin Changshen, he obviously had psychological shadow, and he said with cold sweat dripping from his body. Qin Changshen, I will kill you. Holy Lord Loxia, when he roared, his teeth were almost broken. There is no suspense now, the beast-controlling demon sect has really been destroyed. Qin Changshen took Murong Fair and Gu Qingxiu and destroyed them directly. As for the Loxia Holy Land, it was almost as if it had been wiped out. Only a few people who groveled as porters could survive in secret. No wonder that guy has so many spiritual stones, he wouldn't have looted them all the way, right? Someone suddenly came up with a bold idea. Then, everyone looked at Holy Lord Dongxiu. Because on the route from Qingyun Holy Land to Gilded Imperial City, the next one passing by should be Dongxiu Holy Land. To be honest, I have already calculated that my Dongxiu Holy Land has also been looted. Holy Lord Dongxiu said to everyone. He was actually shocked now. Although according to the way of Tianyan, he calculated that Dongxiu Holy Land would go through the difficulty of being plundered. But he did not expect Qin Changshen and others man, he not only looted the Dongsu Holy Land. This ruthless man, actually snatched it all the way. It's no wonder that according to the ancestors' deduction, only this Qin Changsheng can bring the Dongsu Holy Land back to its glory. From now on, I will follow him wholeheartedly. There must be no second thoughts. In the heart of Holy Lord Dongsu, he had the idea of following Qin Changsheng. From now on, become extremely determined. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 99. Although Holy Lord Dongsu was shocked, he did not panic at all, because he firmly believed that the results of his ancestors' Tianyang method would not be wrong. The looting of Dongsu Holy Land this time was definitely the end of the last fateful backlash. And the new future begins with following Qin Changsheng. The stronger Qin Changsheng is, the brighter the future of Dongsu Holy Land will be. But others were panicked, especially the heads of the bloodthirsty demon sect and the heartless demon sect. The way forward is through these two sects. In the Linglong Immortal Mansion, there is a small secret realm. Haha, I'm finally out. This small secret realm is so magical, which further illustrates the extraordinary nature of this exquisite fairy house. I, Yu Yang, must get this opportunity. Holy Sun King Yun, if you dare to come in, I will kill you. If you don't dare to come in, when I get the chance, I will definitely trample you under my feet and humiliate you to death. The Holy Son of Loxia, Yu Yang, ran out of a small secret realm and laughed wildly with excitement. But at this moment, young master, I seem to hear a man's voice saying that he wants to kill you, not far ahead. Listening to that voice, it seems to be Yu Yang, the Holy Son of Loxia. Saint Son of Loxia? That guy who plays the piano is terrible and doesn't even know it. The voices of a man and a woman suddenly came from not far ahead. Then, between the mountains, Qin Changsheng stepped out of the void. Holy Sun King Yun, you actually dare to come in and die, haha. Wait a minute, why are there so many of you together? Bloodthirsty saint? Saintess of Jotian? Why are you all following this guy? When Yu Yang, the Holy Son of Loxia, saw Qin Changsheng for the first time, like many others, he was pleasantly surprised, as if he had seen a huge treasure house. This guy is full of good things. But as Qin Changsheng was behind him, graceful figures followed him one by one. Yu Yang was a little dumbfounded. What kind of charm does this kid have? Before, there were the relegated immortal Gu Qingxiu and the hot and beautiful Murong. It's okay for the concubine to follow him. Later, the cave saint seemed to have fallen into his ecstasy. Now, behind this guy, there are several more stunning beauties. Each of them is a saint, or a beauty. Gorgeous, or holy, the styles are very different, but both of them are stunning in appearance. Following the young master is the happiest thing for me today. The bloodthirsty saint suddenly spoke and answered the question of Saint Loxia. Along the way, she went from shocked, to confused, to dumbfounded. In the end, she was completely conquered by Qin Changsheng, or in other words, surrendered. This ruthless man was much stronger than she imagined. Even the sect leader of her own family may not be as strong as this guy. Therefore, the bloodthirsty saint has already recognized the reality. After hearing Yu Yang's words, she directly expressed her thoughts. Of course, it sounded like he was answering Yu Yang, but in fact he was showing his loyalty to Qin Changsheng. In terms of being a hero, those who understand current affairs are relatively quick to understand. Young master? Follow him. Yu Yang was really confused. Then, a thought flashed in his mind. I understand, he must have coerced you, right? Although this kid has a useless constitution, Holy Master King Yun used heavenly materials and earthly treasures to reach the 5th and 6th levels of the Danyuan realm. Your cultivation is not as good as his. But it doesn't matter, I am an innate killing spirit, the 7th level of Danyuan realm. I can easily crush him in every aspect and save you. You. Fei Yang said with confidence. Tisk, we need your rescue. How dare you show off your broken cultivation in front of our young master? Murong concubine heard Yu Fei Yang's words and said with disdain. But at this moment, Mr. Chang Shen, Su Xian is here. Another voice sounded. Then, on one side, Yesuxin, the saint of the setting sun, wearing a simple robe without any decoration, but with a different charm, came stepping on the ice crystal lotus. She was so anxious, obviously she was worried about Qin Changsheng. His safety was in danger, and he was afraid that Holy Sun Loxia would suddenly take action. Name, Yesuxin. Bloodline, innate black ice spirit body. Realm, Danyuan realm, 9 heavens. Combat skills, the 7th level combat skill Ice Spirit Sword Technique, perfection, the 8th level combat skill Frozen Miles, perfection. After taking a look at Yesuxin's latest attributes, Qin Changshen was very satisfied. The Saint of Loxia really did not disappoint me. Not only has he advanced to become the innate mysterious weapon spirit body, but his realm has also reached the 9th level of the Danyuan realm. Qin Changsheng said with a smile. As soon as he finished saying this, the people outside who were paying attention here burst into surprise. This Yesuxin has really successfully integrated the Xianbing spirit fruit. Moreover, it has reached the 9th level of Danyuan realm. The 22-year-old 9th level of Danyuan realm. Such a monster has not appeared in the Gilded Realm for many years. But when they saw Qin Changsheng again, everyone was surprised even worse. Yes, the 22-year-old Saintess of Loxia, who is at the 9th level of the Danyuan realm, is very evil. But today, the 19-year-old who is at the 2nd level of the Qi realm is even more evil. There is no most evil person. Only more evil. At this moment, Holy Lord Loxia clenched his fists and gritted his teeth as he looked at the situation here. He wished he could cut Qin Changsheng into pieces, but he also wanted Yu Fei Yang to leave quickly. Because the gap between the two is simply too huge. It's a pity that even if he bites his teeth into pieces, he can't help, he can only watch helplessly as the situation develops in the small world of Linglong Immortal Mansion. Young Master Changsheng, you can actually see through me. Yes, thanks to the generosity of the young master, I have integrated the black ice spirit fruit and advanced to the innate black ice spirit body. The cultivation base has also entered the 9th level of Danyuan realm. When Yesuxin heard Qin Changshen's words, she was slightly startled and said. She didn't know why Qin Changsheng could see through her. That's good, that's good. Qin Changsheng smiled slightly, feeling very satisfied. This experience pack is big enough. I just don't know how far I can advance after eating it. On the side, Yu Fei Yang heard the conversation between the two, and his thoughts were extremely complicated. The saint actually succeeded in improving her physique. She had looked down on herself before and devoted herself to hard training. Now that I have upgraded my physique, I will definitely look down on myself even more. And, in his heart, he was obviously very grateful to that good-for-nothing Holy Sun King Yun. Wouldn't she want to follow this guy too? When he thought about the woman he admired the most, he was following behind that guy, like a little maid. Yu Fei Yang's heart felt like the world was falling apart. The 4th update, please customize and order in full. Brothers, 15,000 updates per day is really enough, just customize it a little bit. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 100. Mr. Changsheng, although I am very grateful for your kindness and gift of Xianbing spirit fruit. But after all, I have worshipped in Loxia Holy Land, and I am the saint of Loxia Holy Land. Following you, may be not very reasonable. But I, Yesuxin, can promise that no matter how far I go in this life, as long as Mr. Changsheng gives you an order, I will be able to do everything I want, physically and mentally, without saying a word. Just like today. Yesuxin said, turning her head to look at Yu Fei Yang, the holy son of Loxia. The meaning is obvious. If Yu Fei Yang makes any move, she will definitely be the first to take action. Senior sister Su Xian, you actually want to fight me to protect him? Yu Fei Yang said with a gloomy expression. Originally, he was determined to kill Qin Changsheng. Who would have thought that Yesuxin would kill him halfway? This woman whom he had admired for a long time stood against him for the sake of another man. Make him feel ashamed, angry, and humiliated. That's right, I have already said that unless I die today, I will definitely protect young Master Changsheng Zhouquan. Yesuxin said categorically. Yu Fei Yang's heart sank to the bottom. But at this moment, concubine Murong walked out. Fairy Su Xian, I need to tell you something. The first point, my young master is not the holy son of King Yun, and he does not need your protection, because his cultivation, physique, and even bloodline are all superior to yours. The second point, your so-called Loxia Holy Land has actually existed in name only. Apart from the two of you and the Loxia Holy Lord, there are only a few minions left. You don't need to be troubled by this. What do you mean? Yesuxin hadn't spoken yet, but Yu Fei Yang was the first to jump out. When concubine Murong said the first point, Yu Fei Yang felt a little ridiculous. Isn't this guy the holy son of King Yun? And his cultivation is higher than that of the saint? The saint is at the 9th level of the alchemy realm. What realm is he above the saint? The alchemy realm is perfect? Or is it the Qi realm? It's simply ridiculous. And when Murong Fei said the second point, Yu Fei Yang, including several other saints, were also in confusion. The Loxia Holy Land exists in name only. Isn't this too loud? After all, the Loxia Holy Land is ranked extremely high among the major sects' holy lands in the guild domain. It's not interesting. I just want to tell you that when we came here, we actually robbed you along the way, including your Loxia Holy Land. By the way, I remember your boudoir, Saint of the Sunset Clouds, was also decorated in grey, and there was no window. There was only a table, a chair, and a futon in the room, not even a bed, because you were in retreat all day. Penance. And the main peak of your holy land seems to be called the Loxia Sacred Mountain, right? A strange stone on the sacred mountain is said to be a good treasure. It reflects the afterglow of the sunset every day and sprinkles it among the mountains. Look at this one. Murong Fei said, and with a wave of her hand, she took out a crystal clear stone like jade from the storage ring. The moment she saw the stone, Yu Fei Yang, Yesuxin, and Loxia outside Holy Lord, the eyes are frozen. They are not too familiar with this thing. They will look up and see it every day when walking in Loxia Holy Land. Even the name of Loxia Holy Land is due to this strange stone. At sunset, it can reflect the afterglow of the setting clouds, making the mountain range colorful and named. But this thing is actually in the hands of concubine Murong. Puff. Outside, Saint Lord Loxia spurted out a mouthful of old blood. These three bandits. Even the iconic rocks of Loxia Holy Land were dug up. While others looked at this scene, they were also extremely ashamed. What kind of monster-like existence are these three? It is extremely rare for a holy place to be robbed. It is even more unheard of for a holy place to be robbed like this. This is impossible. Yu Fei Yang looked at the strange stone that was the symbol of Loxia Holy Land. His eyes were about to burst, but he still couldn't believe it. However, bang! With a crisp sound, Yu Yang's whole body was sent flying away by a spiritual energy palm print that appeared out of thin air. It wasn't until this moment that he suddenly understood all the doubts he had had before. Aura palm print? This guy is actually in the Chi-Si realm. So, it should be true that he robbed the Loxia Holy Land. Why does this kid talk so much nonsense? It's too noisy, it's better to just kill it to save trouble. Qin Changshen's cold voice came. It's the same as yesterday, this guy is still so irritating when he talks. Puff. Yu Yang was also so angry that he vomited blood. Then, he felt his body being torn apart by the spiritual energy palm print in mid-air. In the end, he didn't understand it. He actually died like this, in the hands of a guy he thought he could easily crush. And before he died, he was so angry with this guy that he vomited a mouthful of blood. This. Looking at Yu Yang, who jumped to pieces in mid-air, the saint of sunset clouds Yesuxin stood frozen on the spot. She devoted herself to practicing hard, and few things could make her heart fluctuate. But what happened today made her heart fluctuate uncontrollably. Young Master Changshen, are you really a Chi-Si realm monk? Then what you just said are all true, Loxia Holy Land has been plundered by you, and it exists in name only. Yesuxin's beautiful face was slightly twisted together at this time. Even so, it still has a unique charm and a bit of coquettishness. Well, indeed. Qin Changshen nodded and admitted. Okay. Since the Loxia Holy Land no longer exists, you have shown me a great kindness that cannot be repaid. I, Yesuxin, am willing to be your little maid from now on, and follow you. Yesuxin was actually shaken in her heart. It was just that various factors prevented her from doing so. Now, even her last persistence was gone, so she made a decision quickly. This scene made her, the girls behind Qin Changshen, as well as the people outside, were speechless again. The saint of Loxia was about to fall. But what made them even more speechless was what Qin Changshen did next. Quite sensible. However, although you have sincerely expressed your agreement, but I only have feelings for the stolen saint. So, this cutscene still needs to be done. While speaking, Qin Changshen waved his hand and threw Yesuxin into the Zhangkong ring. Then, he threw it out from the Zhangkong ring. Everyone was dumbfounded. Is this okay? Everyone has agreed, but you still want to force yourself to take over? Just call it a formality? Brother, did you feel so excited about robbing the saint? It's not even possible to surrender directly. The fifth update, please customize and order in full. Everyone clicks to customize it, and you can cancel it after 2 months. Let the little author get better grades and make a recommendation. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 101. Saint son of Loxia is dead, saint of Loxia has fallen. This ruthless man ruined the huge Loxia Holy Land. What's even more speechless is that this guy is very addicted to robbing the saint. Fairy Su Xian has already surrendered, and he has to rob her again. Now I'm really worried about the bloodthirsty demon sect and the heartless demon sect. Fortunately, this guy just grabbed it all the way instead of going around in circles, otherwise, other sect holy places would probably be in misery too. The outside world, everyone collapsed. They watched helplessly as Saint son of Loxia Yu Yang, a genius who was born to kill spiritual bodies, was slapped to death by Qin Changshen. Yet, Suxin, saint of Loxia, also surrendered directly. That guy. He was also robbed by that guy, who called it a formality. And the most devastated person was the Holy Lord Loxia. Why did he become a loner inexplicably? The huge Loxia Holy Land was actually killed by that little guy who never let him take himself seriously. In the small thousand world, in the Linglong Immortal Mansion, The group of saints and fairies behind Qin Changshen were speechless when they saw Qin Changshen's operation. And what they would never expect is, what seemed like a boring formality to them, was of great significance to Qin Changshen. Because at the moment when Yesuxin was thrown into the Zhangkong ring, time and space froze, and the system prompt message appeared in Qin Changshen's mind. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, you have successfully plundered Saint Yesuxin of the Loxia Holy Land. The reward is being calculated. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, Yesuxin, the saint of the Loxia Holy Land, is at the 9th level of the Danyuan realm. After 10 times the gain, she will give back to the Holy Lord. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Lord, Yesuxin, the saint of Loxia Holy Land, possesses the innate black eye spirit body. After gaining 10 times, she will give back to the Holy Lord. Diddy, congratulations to the Holy Master, Yesuxin, the saint of Loxia Holy Land, has acquired the 7th level combat skill Eye Spirit Sword Technique, Perfection, and the 8th level combat skill Frozen Miles, Perfection. After 10 times the gain, give back to the Holy Lord. With the emergence of system information, Qin Changshen could clearly feel the changes in his body this time. The real energy is increasing crazily. His physique also seemed to have undergone a huge transformation, as if he had been reborn. Holy Master, Qin Changshen. Age, 19. Physique, innate sword heart and hegemonic body. Bloodline, Holy Kailan bloodline, rich. Realm, Ki realm, 7th heaven. Combat skills, supergrade combat skill War Song Tianyan, perfect, supergrade combat skill Flying Dragon Yu Tian Shen technique, perfect, supergrade combat skill Da Yin 11 Shen, perfect, supergrade combat skill Great Sound 11 Shen, perfect, reincarnation sword technique, supergrade combat skill Destruction sword technique, perfection, supergrade combat skill Kailan Deo, perfection. After taking a look at his own attributes, Qin Changshen's first concern was his own realm. Qi realm, 7th heaven. This super experience package I cultivated is indeed very powerful. Yesuxin, who was in the 9th level of the Danyuan realm, after giving back 10 times, directly made Qin Changshen advance to 3 major stages in the Qi realm. At the second glance, Qin Changshen discovered that the bigger surprise was his physique. His physique, which had remained unchanged for a long time, finally changed again. From the innate destructive spirit body to the innate sword heart hegemonic body. Qin Changshen actually didn't understand the difference between the spirit body and the hegemonic body. Moreover, Qin Changshen had never heard of this title. But there is one thing that Qin Changshen knows. The system makes no mistakes. Since after the system upgrade, my physique has become like this innate sword heart body is definitely stronger than the innate destruction spirit body, and it should be much stronger. As for combat skills, there is almost no improvement. Yesuxin's combat skills that she cultivated in Loxia Holy Land were of average level before, but Qin Changshen's combat skills were already at super level, so it was naturally difficult to improve them. But no matter what, this super experience package still makes Qin Changshen very satisfied. Fei King Xiu, take out all our trophies and let Su Xi and choose some that are useful to her. The level of combat skills is a bit low, as my little maid, how can I practice such combat skills? Qin Changshen said. This Yesuxin is a super potential stock and must be well cultivated. As long as she works hard enough, she will be comfortable enough if she gives back 10 times. Okay, sir. Murong Fei and Gu Qingxiu both nodded in agreement, and then began to throw out various techniques, combat skills, spiritual stones, heavenly materials, and earthly treasures. After a while, all kinds of things were piled up. A small mountain. Dongxiu Saint, Bloodthirsty Saint, and others, were all dumbfounded. People outside were also dumbfounded. Oh my god. How come there are so many things? This guy really grabbed it all the way and dug up all the details of the major sex holy places. It's so cruel, I never thought that one day, I would see this scene. No wonder this guy didn't even blink when he threw out 10 million spiritual stones. The combined spiritual stone reserves of those sex holy lands must be in the hundreds of millions. If you add the beast-controlling demon sect and the heartless demon section, I'm afraid there will be even more. In the entire outer city of the gilded imperial city, the expressions on everyone's faces were extremely wonderful. The masters of the heartless demon sect and the masters of the bloodthirsty demon section had extremely ugly expressions. Coincidentally, at this moment, an elder from the Wuxan demon sect arrived after a long journey. Sect Master, Sect Master. A young man from the Chi-Si realm appeared out of nowhere, with 2 women and a red spiritual bird on his feet. They robbed our Wuxan demon sect completely. And I also heard that, the bloodthirsty demon sect was also robbed before us. It is said that the entire bloodthirsty demon sect was slaughtered. With the news brought by this person, the master of the bloodthirsty demon sect and the master of the heartless demon sect, the only glimmer of hope left in their hearts was completely shattered. Others, although they had already thought of this possibility. But now hearing this report with my own ears, I was still shocked beyond measure. In other words, from Qingyun Holy Land, to Kilian Demon Sect, to Beast-controlling Demon Sect, to Loxia Holy Land, Dongsu Holy Land, Bloodthirsty Demon Sect, finally, there is the Wuxan Demon Section. Qin Changsheng and the others have robbed all the sex holy lands in the eastern part of the Gilded region, and no one has been spared. Throughout the ages, the destruction of a sex holy land has happened quite often. It has never happened before that so many sect holy places were looted one after another. And there were only 3 people who did all this, so everyone really felt like their heads were spinning for a while. In this world, I'm afraid there will be chaos. The 6th update, please customize and order in full. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 102. Everyone outside is confused at this moment. In the Linglong Immortal Mansion, the bloodthirsty saint, Dongsu Saint, and others beside Qin Changsheng were very confused as they looked at the mountain-like treasures in front of them. Of course, the most confused one was Yesuxin herself. Ever since concubine Murong told him that Qin Changsheng did not need her protection and that his cultivation, realm, and even physique were above hers, she was a little confused. Then, she saw Qin Changsheng's methods and confirmed that what Murong Fei said was correct. However, Holy Son Loxia had also been slapped to death. Then, she went through a cutscene inexplicably, being thrown into the Zhangkong ring and thrown out again. Suddenly, there were so many natural and earthly treasures, exercises and combat skills in front of her, let her choose at will. She just took a casual glance at this pile of treasures. There are countless 9th-level martial arts and combat skills. There are hundreds of Juxing's spiritual weapons and magic weapons. Aren't you a little maid? And this kind of treatment? When I was the saint of Loxia Holy Land, I never got it. Young master, Sister Fei, Sister Kingxiu, you won't really grab it all the way, right? Dongxiu Saint asked weakly. That skill is the bloodthirsty heavenly skill. The untold secret of my bloodthirsty demon sect? Young master, you also robbed my bloodthirsty demon sect. The bloodthirsty Saint Teresa, after seeing the piles of treasures, her big eyes widened and she said. Anyway, I came all the way and stopped by the sex holy places I passed. Qin Changsheng chuckled. He didn't hide it? According to his calculations, the news of those sects being looted should have reached the gilded imperial city by now. Everyone was dumbfounded. Visit. Are you sure this is a visit? By the way, and you all, come and pick out something you can use. As my little maid, you must practice well, otherwise don't blame me for locking you up in a dark room. Qin Changsheng said to the bloodthirsty saint and others, "Oh, no. We can take whatever we want? Thank you so much, sir." When the bloodthirsty saint and others heard Qin Changsheng's words, their first reaction was to be frightened. Then, they were a little surprised. Didn't expect that they and others could take these things casually. This is too surprising. The bloodthirsty saint immediately picked up the book Bloodthirsty Heavenly Art. This is the secret of the bloodthirsty demon sect. It is only passed on to the saint and not to the saint. Let her, I have been coveting it for a long time. Unexpectedly, being Qin Changsheng's little maid actually made her break that rule and do things that she could not do in this life. Sidu Jingxiang also walked forward with a blank look on her face. She and the others, the saint, had a different idea. Only Qin Changsheng's name and the ancestral injunction of her cave Holy Land were in her mind. Changsheng, no resistance is allowed when looting the Holy Land. It turns out that this young master Changsheng is the Changsheng in the ancestral precepts. No wonder yesterday, his father would look at him so differently. Fairy King Xiu, can we really take whatever we want? Sage Zhou Tian and others asked weakly from behind, but what they asked was not Qin Changsheng, but Gu Qingxiu. This young master is too scary and cannot be offended. And Gu Qingxiu, among these saints, followed Qin the earliest to live forever and the best to speak. Well, just take it as you like. If you need anything in the future, you can always come to me. Gu Qingxiu said. She has now completely become the steward of Qin Changsheng's trophies. Everything is recorded and recorded in her place. After hearing what Gu Qingxiu said, Saint Zhou Tian and others were naturally not polite and came to among the piles of natural and earthly treasures, choose. God, this ruthless man is too generous. I suddenly felt that I was so happy to be this ruthless little maid. I could choose 9th grade exercises and combat skills at my leisure, take any 9-star spiritual weapons, and have countless resources of spiritual stones and elixirs. Happiness is happiness, but don't think about it. Haven't you noticed that this guy's little maids are all saints from various sects? Yes. This ruthless man has an extraordinary obsession with the saint. Don't panic, this is all temporary. Do you think that after this guy comes out, the Loxia Holy Land, the bloodthirsty demon sect and other holy masters will let him go? Zhou Tian Holy Land will definitely take action. This guy is dead. In the outside world, everyone saw a group of saints randomly selecting among piles of heavenly materials and earthly treasures. It was called greedy. Of course, greedy is greedy, and what more people are looking forward to is that Qin Changsheng will start from here. The moment he walked out of Linglong Immortal Mansion. This guy robbed the saint, wiped out the saint, and looted so many sect holy places. Once he came out, he would definitely be besieged. No talking about others, the Holy Lord of Zhoutian Holy Land alone is a strong man in the 3rd level of Ki realm, and the Holy Lord of Loxia is also in the 2nd level of Ki realm. But if these two people attack together, that guy will definitely not be able to bear it. Small 1,000 worlds, in the Linglong Immortal Mansion. After a group of girls finished selecting various things, Qin Changsheng continued to move forward with the mighty army of saints. Holy Sun King Yun. Not long after walking, they met another acquaintance, the holy son of the bloodthirsty demon sect. This man's behavior after seeing Qin Changsheng was exactly the same as the others. First he was pleasantly surprised, and then he felt that something was wrong. How could this guy be surrounded by so many stunning beauties, all of them saints from major sects? However, before he could say anything, he was slapped to death by Qin Changsheng. Sigh, what's the use of these major sects having a bunch of messy holy sons? After being beaten to death, Qin Changsheng couldn't help but murmured. Everyone was dumbfounded. The messy holy son? What's the use? Of course it's used to inherit the sect. Do you only want saints to let you, a lover of saints, come and grab it? No, the sect's inheritance has also been snatched away by you. The holy son is really useless. Moving on, this time I finally found a holy girl in a small secret area. Old rules. Before the saint could react, Qin Changsheng was thrown directly into the Zhangkong ring, and then thrown out instantly. Concubine Murong and Saint Dongxiu began to use the posture of a senior, teaching people, including the bloodthirsty witch and others. Sometimes they would eagerly interject a few words. Then, continue with the next one. More than an hour passed. Behind Qin Changsheng, the mighty army of saints, there are already more than a dozen people. The saint from the heartless demon sect was also snatched in. Everyone outside saw that one after another the saints were taken down by the sky. From the shock and anger at the beginning, to now they are a little bit numb. There is no other way. It's useless for them to shout outside and break their throats. The people inside can't hear them at all. Besides, with this guy's ability to crush everyone, even if those saints know that danger is coming, they will not be able to hear it. How can I? I can't run away. Hey, this little secret is a bit interesting. In front of a small secret realm, Qin Changsheng suddenly frowned slightly. Because he discovered that the potential, which had always been invincible, actually failed here. This shows that this small secret realm is a bit unusual. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 103. Buzz buzz. The Tizot shuttle was spinning rapidly in mid-air, but it couldn't move forward at all. Obviously, there is a secret barrier ahead. But the protective barrier of this secret realm is stronger than other small secret realms. Young master, what's going on? Can't even break the Tizot? Concubine Murong said doubtfully at the side. Qin Changsheng smiled slightly when he heard this. It can't be broken, that's a good thing. It shows that this secret realm is the core of the entire Xiaoqian world, and it is also where the opportunity lies. Although Qin Changsheng broke through countless secret realms along the way, they were all small secret realms that trapped people or tested people. There were no precious opportunities in them. Of course, this is for other people. For Qin Changsheng, the saints in the secret realm are his chance. After eating these experience packs one by one, Qin Changsheng's realm has improved again, and he is now at the 8th level of the Qi realm. Where is the opportunity? So, what do we do now? Break together. Gu Qingxiu also frowned. She has become accustomed to Qin Changsheng's simple and rough behavior. Even the master of the Gilded Realm cannot forcefully break through this small thousand world, which means that the strength of the owner of this small thousand world should be above the Unity Realm. Brute force, there is no need to think about it. But since a secret realm has been set up, there must be an entrance. Let's continue walking around and find the entrance. Qin Changsheng analyzed. After hearing this, Gu Qingxiu's jade cheeks turned slightly red. It turns out that this guy also has such a careful side. Instead, he was led astray and only wanted to break through violently. Then, Qin Changsheng led the large army of saints began to circle around this secret realm. This time, they discovered something powerful. The previous small secret realms all had large internal spaces, but the outside was not actually that big. And this secret realm, the outside the range is also very large, like an invisible semicircular barrier, buckled here. While Qin Changsheng and others were wandering around, they encountered several small secret realms. The saint inside was naturally captured without any suspense. Qin Changsheng grabbed it. But what they didn't know was, the people outside were looking at Qin Changsheng and others. They were strolling around. I don't know how many people's hearts were tightened. Because looking from the outside go. The location where Qin Changsheng and others are located happens to be the central area of the entire Linglong Immortal Mansion. However, because the secret realm has not been broken yet, this area is still gray. And on the opposite side of this area, Xiantian, the Holy Son of the Holy Land, Zhou Zixiang, and several other holy sons and saints of the Holy Land are gathering together. They have found the entrance to the secret realm and are studying it. People outside really want to remind them. Don't study. Come on, run away quickly. A ruthless person is slowly approaching you. Especially the Holy Lord of Zhoutian Holy Land, at this time, his expression is unprecedentedly solemn. After just opening this when he was in the Linglong Immortal Mansion, he also specifically ordered Zhou Zixiang to capture Qin Changsheng inside and snatch the Xiantian sword. But now, seeing Qin Changsheng and Zhou Zixiang getting closer and closer, the tone was raised in my throat. I just hope that the two of them don't meet each other. At the very center of the small thousand world, a huge mountain gate stands here, with the 4 characters Linglong Immortal Mansion written on it. The Holy Son of Xiantian, Zhou Zixiang, and several holy sons and saints from the Holy Land were standing in front of the mountain gate, talking in low voices. The other holy son was constantly wandering in front of the mountain gate, trying to crack the entrance test of the mountain gate. Holy Brother Xiantian, do you think Holy Son Lingyun can find the mechanism to get started? A holy son from the Holy Land took the opportunity to talk to Zhou Zixiang. It shouldn't be a big problem. Lingyun Holy Land has quite a research on the method of spiritual formation. But, I'm not in a hurry here, I just don't know if that kid has come in. Haven't you seen him? Holy Son Xiantian glanced around the crowd and said. Although he didn't mention any name, everyone knew very well who Holy Son Xiantian was talking about. Except for Holy Son Qingyun, who snatched the Xiantian sword, who can make Zhou Zixiang keeps it in mind so much. No. I ran out of the secret realm for a long time and got here all the way without seeing anyone else. I've walked through several secret places, but I haven't seen him either. That kid definitely didn't dare to come in. Yes, 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 even if you give him 100 courages, he won't dare to come in and die. A group of people said all at once, all convinced that Qin Changsheng had not entered the secret realm. This is also human nature. How could there be any reason to enter even though he knew that the road ahead was full of enemies? Even if he didn't come in, he couldn't leave the gilded imperial city. Zhou Zixiang, the holy son of Xiantian, snorted coldly. That's natural, that silly boy is so audacious that he even dares to rob things from Xiantian Holy Land. He must not be tolerated. Yes, although it has nothing to do with my Nebula Holy Land, my Holy Master has already said that as long as Xiantian Holy Land opens his mouth, we will follow closely and destroy that kid, or even, destroy the entire Qingyun Holy Land. And I, the Lushan demon sect. Our sect master also said, our gilded domain has not destroyed a sect's holy land for a long time. Qingyun Holy Land may be a good choice. A group of people were talking excitedly. But when everyone outside listened, they laughed bitterly. You people are really a bunch of ghosts who don't know how to die. Still thinking about killing that guy? What else can you say? The Gilded Realm has not destroyed a holy land for a long time. The guy you are talking about has already destroyed several, do you know? And, that guy it's swaying, walking towards you. It's very close. Ah! I found it. I found a way into this or something. Suddenly, Holy Son Lingyun, who was trying various inductions at the gate of the mountain, jumped up happily. Found it? How to enter? Sage Xiantian Zhou Zixiang walked over and asked excitedly. Although he wanted to kill the Saint Qingyun inside and take back the Xiantian sword. But that guy didn't dare to come in, and there was nothing he could do. And this Linglong, he is also looking forward to the opportunities in the immortal mansion. Among these people, the one standing behind him is Xiantian Holy Land. If there is really any great opportunity, who else will it be than me? It turns out that this mountain gate is a reverse 72 star formation. As long as you step on the star formation in forward and reverse directions, you can enter it. The saint didn't dare to hide it and said to Zhou Zixiang. Together with Zhou Zixiang, they had already made preparations for Zhou Zixiang to eat meat and them to drink soup. But, just when everyone was about to go in, a voice suddenly sounded from behind them. As soon as we found the portal, someone figured out how to get in, it seemed quite comfortable. Please customize, please order in full.